Alright, so this is part 2 of my review of this Hilason synthetic treeless western saddle. I have made some of the modifications that I mentioned in part 1 that I felt would be needed, which one is changing out the stirrups and leathers. So these will actually go way up here if I need them to. Because again, I bought this saddle so that little lead line kids would actually have stirrups and something to hold on to. All right, I did change out all of the rigging. If you look now, I don't have a huge knot under my leg. I do have a lot of extra latigo, so I'm putting it up there. All right, this Icelandic, who's about 13.1, 13.2, and you can see she's not exactly a thin horse. She's only gonna get bigger. She's about 5 years old now, so she'll only get stouter. But she took a 16-inch girth, so we're talking teeny weeny girth to get this to fit her. All right. Now this time I did use a breast collar on her because I was going to be going on some hills. And I did hook up the good old crooper on her. Again, I just went up about 9 short but steep hills. We've had a lot of rain, so I didn't feel like going on the extreme trail. I'm using 2 separate pads on her because the Hilason is longer than my cashel. This yellow pad stays under my cashel just fine, and that's an extra large cashel. This Hilason is a little bit longer in length, although your hind end is right here. So this is not a weight supporting area, but I wanted a blanket under it. So I'm using just an old standard bale racing pad underneath this. Now, I always have a story. Always. Something always seems to happen for me to decide if a saddle's good or bad. All right, this is my problem child pony. Free pony because she bolts and spins and gets kids off. Been riding her 3 weeks. Hadn't had a problem with her bolting because I'm able to hold her back being an adult. However, today, coming back on the little country road, we're just trucking along in a slow gait. I'm taking a video with one hand, holding the reins in the other hand. So let's just say perhaps I was trusting her a little too much, but we've been working together. We've done some tests, so I felt that I could. A car decided to come up super fast. And there's a lot of, whoop. There's a lot of debris on the road from all these storms. Well, I got to ride out a bolt. Fortunately, I did hold on to my phone with one hand. Got her stopped, one rein style with my other hand. This saddle did not move, period. It kept me in there. I was totally unprepared for this bolt. And I mean, when she bolts, that jump barn owner was right. She bolts. I don't think any of her students would have stayed on. But the back of the saddle, I mean, this really does feel like a treed saddle to me. I had to get off after the bolt because I was using some glove boots on the back, which are fine for going slow to medium speed because I don't have power straps on them or any. And of course, the twisting, the spinning of her to get her to stop took one off, so I had to get it. Now, again, this saddle, it's rigid on the front. All right, one thing I didn't like about my Cashel G2 is, especially if we had sweaty pony, and as you can see, she's pretty sweaty. No matter how tight you made that other treeless, getting up from the ground, and I'm not the fastest. I'm kind of medium. I'm a fairly light rider, but I'm medium at getting on because of my knees. This sucker did not move. This was like getting on a treed saddle. It was secure. It was probably the easiest I've gotten on in a treeless. I just can't believe it. So far, I'm really liking how it's performing. I'm very impressed. stays on when you're spinning a crazy horse.